Well, moving on now to the poll-bound states and taking a look at all the updates from the four poll-bound states and the Union Territory of Puducherry. Starting first up with the Bharatiya Janata Party on Tuesday releasing a list of 9 candidates for the Puducherry Assembly elections. Congress also released the names of 14 candidates for the assembly polls in the Union Territory of Puducherry. The Union Territory of Puducherry will go to the polls in a single phase on April 6th. The counting of votes will take place on May 2nd. Meanwhile, campaigning is gaining momentum in the poll-bound states of West Bengal, Kerala, Tamil Nadu, Assam and Puducherry. Today is the last day for withdrawal of nominations for the second phase of Assam and West Bengal polls. 30 assembly constituencies in West Bengal and 39 assembly constituencies in Assam will go to poll in the second phase on the 1st of next month.
And today is the last date for withdrawal of nomination for the second phase of assembly elections in Assam. Nomination papers of 28 of the total 408 candidates who filed nominations for the second phase were rejected during the scrutiny yesterday. For the second phase of the elections to be held on 1st of April, 408 candidates had filed nomination papers in 39 seats. The last date for filing nomination papers for the third phase is 19th March. Nomination papers will be scrutinized on 20th March. Names can be withdrawn by 22nd of March. And Yogesh is joining us from Assam to get us more on that. Yogesh, political process has already kick-started. Last date of withdrawal of nominations for the second phase of elections will be held today. You talk more about how are political temperatures rising in the state. Talk more about the electoral battle this time around.
Good morning, Preeti. Good morning, Anil. As far as nominations concerned, today is definitely the last day of withdrawal nomination for the second phase, which are going to be held on the 1st of April. As of now, what we have been given to understand that 377 candidates, their nomination had been found valid by the Election Commission. Now it remains to be seen the withdrawal, how many candidates are in the fray. We know that around 267 candidates are in the fray for the first phase. Now coming to other points, as far as political momentum are concerned, as Anil was rightly saying that political moments and also campaigns are getting new momentum here in all the constituencies, all 47 constituencies. We know that they are going to poll on the first phase, that is 27th of March. Now today, very importantly, let me tell you that Yogi Adityanath is going to hold rallies in three different locations, and we know that some part of Assam, basically if you just go to Upper Assam and also North Assam, some areas then like Tinsukia, like Dibrugarh, these are the areas where large number of migrants like from Hindi belt, basically they are migrated here. They are here working as a daily wager also and also on contract basis. So a large number of people are in these areas are from Hindi belt, and that is the reason why Manoj Tiwari has also been placed here as a star campaigner, and he is also going to hold a election rally here in Tinsukia. So basically all the strategies are there in the place, and all the parties are trying their best to convince the voters. As far as coming to a different aspect, also the Congress Bhupesh Baghel, the Chief Minister of Chhattisgarh, he is also scheduled to hold a rally in Sharai Dev area. So the things are just going, and all the promises, all the assurances are just on the place. One also important thing, Amit Shah, the Home Minister of India, has also addressed a rally, and he had assured the people of Assam that 5 points that the BJP will be working on, that is security, self-reliance, culture, and also there are also 2 other points that is they have mentioned, that is security, self-reliance, peace, prosperity and culture. These are basically the 5 points that Amit Shah has pointed out, and has asserted that when BJP comes to power, it retains the power, and they will ensure that the state will flourish with all these points. On the other hand, we also said that Congress has leveled some allegations. Now also one thing that I must like to mention here, that the alliance between the AIUDF and Congress, which is in fact has almost proven the bottleneck for Congress, because some voices are coming within the Congress party on this alliance, because we have been seeing that back-to-back attacks from all the BJP leaders, including Devendra Fadnavis, former CM of Maharashtra, and all the senior leaders, including JP Nadda, Maharashtra MP Chief Minister also Shivraj Singh Chauhan, and also other leaders, Rajnath Singh also defense minister. So all are just attacking Congress on this issue. Now the main issue is even Congress cannot raise this issue of protecting indigenous people, because we know that when this party UDF was formed in 2005, the main purpose, the sole purpose of this party was to protect the interest of the migrants from East Pakistan and Bangladesh. So Congress is also not able to raise this issue very confidently. So that is also one important point.
It's an important issue, especially for the Congress, which has now got into a combination or a combine there with that particular front, the political regional front there in Assam. But is frontier politics, or if I may say very simply, identity politics, that's going to be a forefront, especially when it comes to the state of Assam?
It's a very good question, in fact, Anil. As far as identity politics is concerned, we know that India, has been very familiar with identity politics since Mahatma Gandhi and to Bhimrao Ambedkar. The identity politics and basically symbolism plays a key role in election. Now, one thing also I would like to add, that two parties, basically Rajour Party and also Assam Jatiya Parishad, these two parties which have emerged. Now the thing is, now people are asking their ideologies. Earlier it was not happening because these parties were emerged in the backdrop of a CA protest, anti-CA protest. Now the thing is, people are asking about their ideologies. What are their ideologies? Because recently what we are witnessing here, that some farmer leaders are also campaigning in Shivsagar, where Akhil Gogoi is the candidate. Now the thing is, CA, anti-CA or NRC may be an issue, but there are a lot of issues apart from those two factors. Like we know that development is also the main front issue. We know that flood issues in majority of parts of Assam, and also these districts like at the bank of these districts like Dibrugarh and also other areas which are affected badly and severely by floods. So people are also hoping, what are your plans about these issues? So that may be a factor, but there are a lot of issues, from development to regional issues, from also BJP has launched 3 national issues that BJP has successfully sorted out, from Ram Mandir to Triple Talaq to 370. So a lot of issues that BJP has, and also in lockdown, during the lockdown, how many things were done for the people of Assam. So a lot of things are there, and now people are asking about their ideologies. So the battle is going to be more interested in the day to come, and we are witnessing a very different sense of election fever here in Assam.
Okay, one quick word before I let you go. Clearly talking about Congress having difficulty managing its house. Is that also the absence, after a very long time in an assembly election in Assam, you see no Tarun Gogoi there, the late Tarun Gogoi? Is that a big miss, that the Congress looks like a divided house in the state of Assam?
See, Anil, whenever a party shifts its stand, it makes some difficulties, and it also poses a lot of questions before the party. So this is what exactly happening. Coming to your question, we know that Tarun Gogoi never allied with AIUDF. We know that the party AIUDF was formed in 2005, and we know that Tarun Gogoi was a very popular CM, and also around more than 10 years he has ruled in Assam. He was in power. So, but he has never allied with AIUDF. Now, when the same party is now aligning with that party, so definitely it is creating some sort of disturbances, some sort of uncomfortableness between within the party, within the Congress party. That is what your question is. So you are right that that is basically a very very interesting thing in Assam at this point in time, in this particular election.
All right, Assam politics throwing interesting and different options. Thank you so much, Yogesh, for joining us with those updates. That was our correspondent, Yogesh Sheetal, measuring for us the political temperatures in the state. We'll keep you updated. Up next, let's get a quick update on the COVID-19 situation.